you know, for a higher level of play, it's not like you're gonna hit this on knee unless your name is TheMainManSWE. What's up guys, TheMainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always and welcoming you to a breakdown of Season 4 Dragunov, the Russian Spetsnaz, the Angel of Death. Yeah, I believe that actually is his nickname. We get to know that in like Tekken 5 DR. But not so much the Angel of Death anymore. He used to be a major force in Season 1 of Tekken 7. And then he's kind of dropped off because we've gotten so many new DLC characters, hint hint. But you know, he can't keep up in the power creep and some of his key tools have been nerfed. And I gotta say, these Season 4 changes, there's nothing amazing in that list. But let's break it down one step at a time. And what we can start with is his new attack called the Reaper Kick. Ha! Reaper Kick. Get it? He's the Angel of Death. He has a Reaper. He's the Reaper. Does not live up to its name. It's not a very good move. And I'm actually happy to report this because Dragunov is actually one of the few characters, if not the only character, they're very few at least, that just lacked a mid-homing move. Didn't have that. So a key defensive strat against Dragunov used to be to try to sidestep into a duck, because his down too low is pretty much a homing move. But now that he has a mid-homing move, that sort of changes the character, does it not? Used to be like his biggest flaw, well, one of his biggest flaws, and now he doesn't have that. He has a pretty subpar counter hit game as well. So now he has the Reaper Kick, but identity not wrecked because this move is not very good. It has long range. Dragunov has some of the longest legs in the game. So the range is excellent. On a normal hit, it's plus 12. On a counter hit, it's still plus 12 with slightly more damage. But the problem this attack has is that it comes out at 22 frames. And this type of attack is normally around like 20. So at 22, this is slow. So the chances of you getting interrupted while doing this, you know, they're there. You know, characters with like very fast, you know, Steve back 1, 13 frames, Magic 4, 11, 12 frames. This is not something that's going to change the character in high level of play, in competitive play. And it's certainly as well not going to change him in beginner and intermediate because people don't sidestep in those ranks. Well, most of you don't at least. So this is honestly a not very strong addition to the character. They did give him a mid-homing, he was lacking that. But they didn't break his identity considering it's 22 frames fast. So they gave him a mid-homing move just to shut you guys up, but yeah, it's just not a very good move in my opinion. If it counter hit launched, yeah, we would be talking. And then word on the street is that his while running 2 got again nerfed. And this is not something that's reflected in the patch notes. It's worth noting that in Season 2, or was it Season 3, I think, they did nerf the tracking of while running 2. It suddenly got worse. Yeah. Trying to do it point blank. Got him the best. So that's one of his absolute most important attacks. And in Season 1, it used to track well. It was hard to sidestep. I think that was the case in Season 2. In Season 2, was that the first time they nerfed the tracking on that? But at least in Season 3, I know they nerfed the tracking, and that hit the character very hard. And now word on the street is that, oh, it's been nerfed again. But I gotta say that in my testing, it seems to be the same. I don't know if this is a placebo with Dragunov players that they feel it's been nerfed again because it's quite easy to step, but it was easy to step in Season 3 as well. So I think it just remains the same, you know, weak tracking. I'm so bad on like player 2 with this. Oh, there we go. Nice. So I think while running 2 is the same, still weak tracking. And then a buff he got, 442, cancel with 1+2 into Spetsnaz Slaughter, now does 30 damage, the follow-up. Well, the whole thing does 40. It used to do 35, so it's a 5 damage increase. And you can do this from 132 as well, cancel by pressing 1+2. So that's a nice little novelty, gimmicky mix-up change, but, you know, for a higher level of play, it's not like you're gonna hit this on knee, unless your name is TheMainManSWE. Cue applause, laughter. His 4-4 got a damage nerf. The second hit used to do 25, now does 23. So now it only does 1 more damage than this. This does 37, 4-4 does 38. So in terms of like their bound combo utility, they're pretty much the same now. Except 4-4 gives more wall travel. I don't know why they nerfed that. I have no idea. It's not like he was that crazy good to begin with. And then down 1, this is a big buff actually. Used to be neutral on block, is now +1. So yeah, if you jab, you're uninterruptible. Very nice buff. On hit, goes from +7 to +8. And it also has improved range. And on counter hit, recovers 1 frame faster. So this is really good for his pressure. That's a big deal. It's not like completely mind-blowing, but it's pretty damn good. Down 4-4 on hit, recovers 1 frame faster. I don't know if this is to improve that move as combo ender. I'm guessing it is. But again, not a terribly big deal. And then back 4-2-1. The last hit now on counter hit gives you +12. Where the opponent can't block for 12 frames. So this means, if we're not a complete idiot, we can get 4-1, like so, for 47. But again, in my opinion, a gimmicky, pretty useless change. Unless maybe you're in beginner and intermediate. I'm mistiming it. In beginner and intermediate ranks, maybe you can have some fun with this. Where this is a viable string. But yeah, it's certainly not going to do anything in a higher level of play. Forward 3 goes from +3 on block to +5. This is really good. This is a very good buff. Recovers faster on hit as well. So any combo that utilizes forward 3 to screw is going to be buffed now. Backswing blow has increased pushback. This is to fix a bug where he would switch places with the opponent. So yeah, nothing in terms of like more pushback on block or anything like that. It's pushback in terms of character reverse, switch places, bug, switch bug. I hope you got that. And then his while running 4 has a new mid-air property. It has a new effect on mid-air opponents. I believe this used to like float them very high, like Brian's dual knees, giving you sick combo potential. So this has been nerfed. This is what happened, right? I'm not talking out of my ass, I hope. Again, I don't know why they're nerfing this. I have no idea. And then, while standing 1-3, is infamous 12-frame wall bounce. Right. Has seen a nerf, used to be -13 on block, and it's now -15. Launch punishable. And this is pretty fair in my opinion. The move is so strong. If you mess it up, you should be punished. You should be launch punished. So I agree with that, but there's a lot of nerfs here I don't agree with. And the buffs are, to say the least, very gimmicky. It's not something that's going to affect him in high-level play. And yeah, Dragunov still remains a very solid character. He's just not the top-tier level threat he used to be. But hopefully still very fun and amusing to you Dragunov mains. I know some of you are probably crying right now, but you don't need to cry. There are characters that have it worse. So I hope you enjoyed this breakdown, and I hope you have a lovely day. Take care.